This is it, everybody. This is it. This is the moment you have all been waiting for. This is the battle with Ghetsis. This is Lady Tanuki, and welcome, everybody, to part 72 of Let's Play Pokemon White. We are truly at the climax of this video game. This is like the most epic champion battle that I, personally, have ever seen in any Pokemon game. True, Cynthia was kind of cool. She was a pretty cool champion in the days of Diamond and Pearl, and she had really awesome introduction music, and she had really awesome battle music. But the battle itself does not compare in epicness to this. Want to see just how epic this battle is? Well, I'm about to unpause the video, because I had to pause the video because we were about to get right into the battle with Ghetsis in the last episode. And I am almost not prepared for this, because my Pokemon, I don't know if they're even fully healed or not, so I'm gonna hope that they're fully healed, but even if they're not, I guess that's okay, and maybe we'll make it through anyway, but Ghetsis is strong. Ghetsis is much stronger than N, so we really have to be careful. Let's do this. Let's battle Ghetsis! Listen to this music. Isn't this epic already? Here we go! And he's setting out Cofagrigus. And we're sending out Zekrom, I think, because that was the Pokemon who was first in our party. No, I guess our Pokemon are fully healed. Yeah, I totally didn't expect this, because I guess my Pokemon were fully healed, either by Alder or Charon or something, because Zekrom, I remember, took quite a bit of damage against Reshiram. So this is good, that means all my Pokemon are fully healed. But we're facing our Cofagrigus first. But anyway, this music is epic. I probably should have featured this in my top 20 Pokemon music, but I guess I just didn't know how awesome this music was at the time. But it's especially awesome in the context of this battle. So I guess I just don't like it that much by itself. I mean, you have a bunch of these drums, and which likens it to the Arceus battle theme, but there is another part of this music that is even more awesome. This music is really awesome, and you'll hear why I say that in just a minute. Let's see if we can actually get to that part of the music before engaging in this battle with this Cofagrigus. Let's see. Come on, where's the awesome part I was talking about? Where's the awesome part? Get to the awesome part. Quit it with these boring drums. While I watch this Cofagrigus pop out of its mummy shell and wave its arms around frantically and having smoke blowing in the background. That's kind of what it sounds like. Ghetsis. Ghetsis. Okay, wasn't that awesome? They were chanting Ghetsis' name. Ghetsis' original Japanese name is Ghetsis. That was his original Japanese name, so it's literally Ghetsis. They're saying his name. They are chanting his name. That's how awesome this battle theme is. Okay, now that we've heard this awesome part of the music, let's actually get into the battle. So here we have a Cofagrigus, and it's level 52. Well, herp and herp. What am I going to use against this thing? I'm going to use whatever I got, that's what. And I don't even get and again, I don't get the chance to teach Zekrom Dragon Claw, which is what I wanted to do. Instead, I'm going to have to go with, like, Fusion Bolt. Yeah, let's use Fusion Bolt against this Cofagrigus. I guess. Because we haven't seen Fusion Bolt yet, and oh my gosh, that looks really strong. And Cofagrigus tried to use Toxic. I was expecting exactly that kind of move. Well, duh, because I have Zekrom first in my party. Wouldn't you expect Zekrom to start off with Fusion Bolt? Well, anyway, now I'm going to use Zen Headbutt in the hopes that it'll make Cofagrigus flinch. I know that'll change Zekrom's ability to Mummy, but chances are I'm going to switch out Zekrom after this anyway, so yeah. Let's hope that Cofagrigus flinches after this. Yeah, I know, Zekrom's ability is now Mummy, and Cofagrigus didn't flinch, it used Toxic instead. Well, fortunately, this is not going to be that bad, provided Ghetsis does not heal Cofagrigus after this battle, after this turn. I don't know, let's see if it does. I'm going to try using Fusion Bolt again. No, it's using Protect. Well, gee, you cheap bastard, using Protect. You cheap bastard. You cheap bastard. You cheap bastard. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that, you cheap bastard. But anyway, now your Cofagrigus is gone. I guess it's a good thing Ghetsis did not bother to heal it. Okay, that's one Pokemon down, and what, 5 to go? I think it's going to be 5 to go. And I'm going to switch out Zekrom after this. So now we have Buffalot. And Buffalont is normal type. So, this is weird. I've never seen a champion use a normal type Pokemon before. Okay, I take that back. Cynthia had a Togekiss. Okay, not a pure normal type. But Buffalont is a Pokemon that we encountered on Route 10, and it has a special attack known as Afro Charge. So in order to avoid that, I'm going to switch to Claymore, who is resistant to normal attacks and also has a fighting attack known as Sacred Sword. So I'm going to use that against this Buffalont and hope that it'll one-hit KO it, I guess. So let's see if that works. Okay, so this is Pokemon number 2, and it's a level 52 Buffalont. Okay, I guess Ghetsis' Pokemon are not that high a level. Let's try using Sacred Sword and see what happens. Okay, that did not one-hit KO it, and it goes Earthquake? That'll totally, like, one-hit KO Claymore. Okay, maybe not. I take that back. Let's use Sacred Sword again. Ghetsis, you're wasting a full restore. I mean, Claymore can easily 2-hit KO your Buffalont, and it's faster. So why are you even bother to use a full restore? That is just pointless. Ghetsis is stupider than I thought. And Claymore restored some HP using its Shell Bell, so we don't get to hear the low HP music anyway. I completely forgot about the Shell Bell that Claymore had, so this is good. Yeah, let's use another Sacred Sword to KO Buffalont. Sacred Sword has like 20 PP, so I'm not worried about Claymore running out of PP. I might be worried about Zekrom running out of PP for Fusion Bolt, because it only has 5 PP for that. But yay, Claymore got to level 51, that'll help. Okay, so now he's sending out Hydreigon. Hydreigon is Ghetsis' strongest Pokemon. So I'm gonna switch to somebody. I don't know who I'm gonna switch to. I don't know what kind of attacks Hydreigon knows or anything, but, well, I did not expect him to use this Pokemon first. I could use Claymore for this. Claymore is actually a really good Pokemon to use against Hydreigon because it knows fighting attacks, and Hydreigon is Dragon and Dark type. But instead, I'm going to switch to somebody else. I don't know who I'm going to switch to. Now, I think if I remember correctly, Hydreigon knows like Fire Blast or something, so I don't think using Touch Me Not is a good idea. Instead, I'm going to try using Zekrom again, honestly, even though Zekrom is poisoned. So let's see how Zekrom does. And maybe in the least, like, Zekrom can paralyze Hydreigon with like a Dragon Breath or something. That's what I'm hoping anyway. Maybe. So, let's try using Dragon Breath. And, of course, Hydreigon is faster. I kind of expected that anyway. And that Hydreigon just KO'd Zekrom. That is not good. I did not expect that Hydreigon to be faster. In fact, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to send out Fluffy first anyway, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to slow that Hydreigon down with Cotton Spore. That's what I'm going to do. Fluffy's Prankster ability comes in real handy now. Let's see if that Hydreigon does know Fire Blast like I thought it did. Yes, it does know Fire Blast. I was right. And that'll probably one-hit KO Fluffy. Right? Yeah, it totally did. And now I'm probably going to sacrifice another Pokemon. Actually, I'm going to send out Fiendfire right now. Because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have Fiendfire confuse Hydreigon, and hopefully that'll, like, work. Unfortunately, Fiendfire's attacks are not going to do much to Hydreigon. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a healing item on Claymore. I'm going to use, like, a Hyper Potion on Claymore. Because Claymore will be key. The reason why I put Claymore in this party and Hydreigon knows Surf, that's weird. But the reason, and that'll be not very good for Claymore, and Fiendfire somehow withstood that. So I'm going to use this opportunity to use Confuse Ray on Hydreigon. Just for good measure and all. Come on, Hydreigon. Yeah, Hydreigon hurt itself with its confusion. I like it when it does that. And I'm just going to use Shadow Ball. I know it'll not be very effective, and neither will Flame Burst, but at least it'll do some damage, and that'll be good. Well, this is interesting. Fiendfire's like KOing Hydreigon or something. And a special defense is lowered, so that's good. And it's using a Dragon Pulse, which will KO Fiendfire, but I'm not worried about that at all. And we lowered Hydreigon's HP, so now it'll be much easier for Claymore to defeat it. So let's send out Claymore and hope that this attack will KO Hydreigon for good. Hydreigon is Ghetsis' strongest Pokemon, and 3 of my Pokemon fainted against it, so Claymore better finish the job. Come on, Claymore! 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 Yeah! We defeated this Hydreigon! We defeated Ghetsis! Ghetsis' strongest Pokemon! And that was his third Pokemon, I believe, so he still has like 3 Pokemon left, and one of them is a Seismitoad. So, since Fluffy fainted, I gotta have to use Touch Me Not for this, I guess. Because Touch Me Not is also a Grass-type Pokemon, so I bet its Power Whip can also one-hit KO Seismitoad. So, let's see what kind of attack Seismitoad tries to use before Touch Me Not KOs it. Earthquake. Well, that'll be neutral, because Touch Me Not is half steel, half grass, and that didn't even do half damage to Touch Me Not. Yeah, I think this will be pretty easy. And it was a one-hit KO! Hooray! Just how I like it! So that was Pokemon number 4 down. And Pokemon number 5 is Electros. And I will switch out my Pokemon. Actually, no, I won't, because Electros is electric type. But what I am going to do is I'm going to use a Max Revive on Zekrom. And this might actually be key. So, if I can do this, well, my Max Revive on Zekrom, because Zekrom fainted, and I do not want Zekrom to be fainted. And Zekrom, I expect knows Flamethrower. Yeah, see, what did I tell you? I thought that Electros would know something that would be able to KO Touch Me Not. But no matter, since I just revived Zekrom, actually what I'll do is I'll use Claymore, because... Oh, actually I shouldn't use Claymore. No, I'll use Zekrom. Yeah, I'll use Zekrom. Because Zekrom is electric type, and it'll be able to withstand Flamethrower because it's Dragon type. It'll be able to withstand electric attacks because it's Dragon and electric type. So I'm gonna use Zen Headbutt on it, I guess. And hope that Electros flinches. Yeah, derp. Hey, it did flinch. That's good. Let's do that again. Flinch! Flinch! Well, it used Crunch. Well, that'll be neutral. And that didn't even do a lot of damage to Zekrom. Yeah, I think if Zekrom uses Dragon Breath, then that'll just be a KO. And Ghetsis so far isn't even bothering to use any healing items on his Pokemon. That is kind of surprising, actually. Anyway, let's use Slash, I guess, just because I don't know what else to use. And see, Ghetsis isn't even bothering to heal his own Pokemon. He's so evil that he doesn't even bother to take care of his Pokemon. He doesn't even show any mercy to his own Pokemon. He just treats them like dirt, doesn't he? But now he's using Bisharp, so now that leaves me free to switch to Claymore, because Claymore, guess what, is fighting type, and Bisharp has as I demonstrated from the one that Grimsley had, has a 4 times weakness to fighting attacks. So this is it. We are at the end of the battle against Ghetsis. This is Ghetsis' last Pokemon. This is Ghetsis' last Pokemon, and I think it's going to be the easiest of this Pokemon, because I think Claymore will be able to just one-shot it. Now I just realized something, actually. I did not use Ultros at all in any of the battles. I didn't use him at all against the Elite Four. I didn't use him at all against N. And I didn't use him at all against Ghetsis. That was weird. I have, like, no use for Ultros whatsoever. Ultros was useless. This is interesting. I did not expect this to happen. But anyway, this took a whole lot of teamwork to do. I mean, Fluffy had to slow Hydreigon down, Fiendfire had to confuse Hydreigon and also lower some of its HP, and then Hydreigon was literally the hardest part of the battle. I mean, Cofagrigus happened to be hard as well, but not that much harder. But anyway, we are at the end, and I think this will be easy. Just to prove it, I'll use Sacred Sword right now. Let's hope this will be a one-hit KO. Come on, Claymore! Come on, Claymore! Come on, Claymore! One-hit KO that Bisharp! Come on! Come on! Yeah! We defeated Ghetsis! We defeated Ghetsis! Oh my gosh! We defeated Ghetsis! Ah! Yay! We defeated the real champion, and he gave out less money than N did for some reason. But that was it. We defeated Ghetsis. We are done. We are done with this game. We defeated the champion. It took pure teamwork to do that. And it took me having to revive Zekrom once, but it took a lot of teamwork, but we won. We won. And after Hydreigon, it pretty much went all downhill from there, where it was really easy. Now let's see what Ghetsis has to say, just for good measure. What? I created Team Plasma with my own hands. I'm absolutely perfect. I am perfection. I am the perfect ruler of a perfect new world. I am not allowed to be defeated. Ghetsis is throwing a bigger tantrum than N probably did as a kid, don't you think? Ghetsis is throwing a tantrum. Ghetsis is throwing a tantrum. Now, N, do you still think Pokemon and people should be separated? Let's see what his answer is. And I believe an important cutscene is coming up. Wahahaha! Since I couldn't become the hero and obtain the legendary Pokemon myself, I prepared someone for that purpose. N, he's nothing more than a freak without a human heart. Don't go talking about your own son like that. Do you think you're going to get through to a warped person like that? You were the one who caused him to be that way, Ghetsis. You bastard. You raised N to be that way. You raised N to be that way so I can acquire the legendary Pokemon. How dare you say bad things about him like that? Alter is a waste of valuable time listening to him ramble on. Yeah, Sharon, that's the most intelligent thing you've ever said in this entire game. He's the one without a human heart. Yes, Sharon, you are absolutely right. Ghetsis is the one without a heart. I mean, he had the nerve to raise N to be isolated from people and have his only friends be abandoned Pokemon, and then he accuses N of being a heartless freak? That is really heartless on Ghetsis' part. Sharon is absolutely right. You're right. He's truly pitiful. Let's beat him up, shall we? N, I'm sure you have much to think about. And I'm sorry you feel so heartbroken by what Ghetsis just said about you. Ed must feel really heartbroken now. I mean, Ghetsis just insulted him in front of all of us. He called him worthless. I can't imagine how hard it must be to have your own father call you worthless. I know you were not pursuing the truth because of Ghetsis' manipulation, but because your heart was truly inspired. That is why you were able to meet the legendary Pokemon. Right, Ed? But I have no right to be the hero. Is that so? What did you and the legendary Pokemon are going to do from now on? That's important, wouldn't you say? No, I'm worthless, just as Ghetsis said. That's what you understand. Up until now, we've been fighting each other over our beliefs. Yet despite that, why? And, even if we don't understand each other, that's not a reason to reject each other. There are two sides to any argument. They are both sides of an equation. Is there one point of view that has all the answers? Give it some thought. No, there is no one point of view that has all the answers. That is the point. Life is complicated, and therefore no answer, no remark that anyone makes is going to be simple. So, N, you are not worthless. In fact, dare I say it, N? I love you. I love you, N. Maybe it'll cheer you up if you go on a date with me? I mean, I feel sorry for you. I feel really bad for you, and you're not really that bad looking either. So I gotta cheat on Berg maybe a second time and maybe go out with you instead. Is that what happens? You feel better, Ren? Would that make me feel better? Okay, listen to this music. I believe this really pretty music is coming up. I think. Right? I think? That tune sounds familiar. That beginning of that tune that just played, doesn't that sound like the Mother 3 love theme? The beginning of that tune totally sounds like the Mother 3 love theme. Now, I did point out some connections between this and the Mother series earlier, so I guess that's to no surprise. I mean, Creatures Inc. used to be Ape, which were the developers of Earthbound, which is the prequel to Mother 3, so that makes sense, right? So that's kind of interesting, but let's see what N has to say. I want to talk to you about something. Can we go on that date now that we're alone? Maybe that'll cheer you up? Maybe? 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 What do you want to say, Anne? What? Where are we going? I mean, we're not even holding hands, so... It's about when I first met you at Accumula Town. You mean? Oh, I remember that time. I remember when you met me in Accumula Town and Team Plasma had that speech and I battled you and your weak little Purloin. I was shocked when I heard what your Pokemon was saying. I was shocked because that Pokemon said it liked you. It said it wanted to be with you. I don't even remember what Pokemon I used to battle that Purloin. I think it was Lassie, honestly. I think it was Lassie. Who is now with Stoutland? Oh my gosh, Lassie had come a long way, and I'm not even using her in this battle. I bet somewhere still Lassie is cheering me on, and I hope she's okay, because some of the Team Plasma scientists said they were going to try to infiltrate every Pokemon on the PC, so I hope my other Pokemon are okay. I couldn't understand it. I couldn't believe there were Pokemon that liked people. Because, up until that moment, I'd never known a Pokemon like that. Oh, and the longer my journey continued, the more unsure I became. All I kept meeting were Pokemon and people who communicated with one another and helped one another. That's why I needed to confirm my beliefs by battling with you. I wanted to confront you hero to hero. I needed that more than anything. Oh, N. Oh, N. Oh, N, Harmonia. There's no way a person like me, someone who understands only Pokemon. No, actually, I didn't understand them either. I didn't understand anything. I'm a failure. There's no way I could have measured up to you when you had met so many Pokemon and were surrounded by friends. I'm so jealous. I'm a failure. The champion has forgiven me and... What I should do now is something I have to decide for myself, I guess. Well, Reshiram, will you help me out? And this is a really touching moment. Minerva! Aw, Anne, you said that you have a dream. That dream, make it come true. Wonderful dreams and ideals give you the power to change the world. If anyone can, it's you, Minerva. Oh, Anne. Well then. And this music that's coming up is awesome. Farewell! This music I should have featured in my top 20 Pokemon music list because it is awesome and I know we're 20 minutes, but I just feel the need to show this. Actually, should I or should I not? Because I remember on my Let's Play of Mother 3, what I did was I had the final battle and then I had the credits in like a separate video, so I think that's what I'm gonna do now. So, but this is it. Anne is about to say goodbye, and something really awesome is about to happen. And I'm going to also use this opportunity to say goodbye to you all and thank you for enjoying this Let's Play of Pokemon White. So after Anne takes off, something really awesome will happen, and I'll say my goodbyes. Pokemon White version! And here is the credits right here. Yes, this music is really awesome. I totally should have featured this music on my top 20 Pokemon music list. I don't even know if this is gonna be a separate part. If this is short enough, then I might actually include this at the end of part 72 and make this part 72 extra long, like I did with my last part of Let's Play Kirby and the Amazing Mirror or something. But listen to this music. Isn't this awesome? This music is so heroic. And there's something in the background. I see something in the background. What is it? Well, I'll worry about that later. I want to say right now, thank you everybody for watching my Let's Play. And wait a minute, that looks kind of like Reshiram, doesn't it? Doesn't it look like Reshiram? Yeah, it is Reshiram. But anyway, guys, I totally enjoyed this Let's Play. This is like one of my favorite Pokemon games ever. It has a much better plot than the previous Pokemon games, at least the main series ones anyway. I kind of tested like the Mystery Dungeon games or anything like that. But I really enjoyed this Let's Play, and you saw how epic that final battle was and how much of a character N was. I think, yeah, that totally is Reshiram. I see his blue eye right there. That's just kind of awesome. So Reshiram right now is the symbol of white, and that's why it's appearing right now. Yeah, so far we're only at 2 minutes. I might just tack this on to the end of part 72, honestly, if this ends up being short enough. I guess we don't even get a Hall of Fame or anything, because I thought that previously, in the previous Pokemon games, we usually get a Hall of Fame or something, and I thought I remembered that from the first playthrough of White that I did as well. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Yeah. So I thought this music also played in another scene where like N is flying away or something, but I guess that either it doesn't happen now or later on or something. But this music is awesome nevertheless, and hey, we get to see the credits at least, so at least that's something, right? Yay, credits! And I think something else is going to happen after this too, so then I'm not going to say goodbye just yet. I don't know, will I? Will I? Let's see if something else happens, otherwise I am going to say goodbyes. Does anything else happen? Anything else? Anything? Well, there we go. There is N flying on Reshiram right back there. Yeah, that was right. We do get a scene like that. Bye, N! Goodbye, N! N's just leaving me? Why is N leaving me? And my game is being saved. Why is my game being saved? I guess that's good, because we didn't get a chance to save before we battled Zekrom. So, what's happening now? The end. This is the end. Well, gee, the end was a lot shorter than I thought it would be. And now we're right back at the beginning of this game. So I guess this really was the end. So that was the end, folks. That was the end. We defeated the champion. We defeated N, and now we have to say goodbye to him. I feel really sorry for N. I guess since this part was so short, I am just going to tack this right on to the end of part 72, rather than make this a totally new part. So, thank you everybody for watching this Let's Play of Pokemon White. And there actually is some other stuff that can be done in Unova after defeating the champion. And I guess we don't get a Hall of Fame, so maybe I'll just include that in an extra video or something. That probably is what I'm going to do or something, and just include a Hall of Fame, since they didn't give me one in this game. But there are other things that you can do in Unova after being the champion. For example, you can battle the real champion, Alder, and the Elite Four will have Pokemon that are higher levels than anything. There's this whole half of Unova that can also be explored in these other towns, in which you can find Pokemon from other regions. And there's also this quest in which you could try to find the other sages of Team Plasma, and they can give you TMs and whatnot, and you can put them all in jail and everything, just like Clay wanted to. But to be honest, I don't feel like including that just because this is just a perfect point to end this Let's Play. So right now, after this, what I'm going to do is I might include a Hall of Fame since I didn't get to include one, since the game didn't give me one. And after this, basically, I'm going to start a Let's Play of Pokemon White 2. I'm going to go right into the sequel of this game. So this is the end of my Let's Play of Pokemon White. But stay tuned for the sequel, Pokemon White 2, which is like the newest Pokemon games that just came out. So this is Lady Tanuki signing off for now. Thank you, everybody. You've been a wonderful audience, and stay tuned for my keep an eye out for my Let's Play of Pokemon White 2.